Oh, we're in the finals? I don't even know.
Are you surprised? The legendary women's basketball player Diana Taurasi recently benched and only scored 3 points. They would have never benched Katelyn Clark if she was playing. One of the best players of all time vanished from your view, and you could be wondering what happened. Well, get ready since this narrative is about to turn crazy. Kindly enjoy this film to make the WNBA and Katelyn Clark more prominent than the NBA. You will be surprised by the debate behind Diana Taurasi's Team USA appointment. Fans have solid cause for their extreme displeasure about it. Let me walk you through it. Taurasi was chosen as a legacy pick, hence her choice was mostly driven by her standing and past performance. Sounds reasonable, really. Not quite so fast, though. Here I find I rather enjoy it. Taurasi is not acting in the way we all know the legend to be associated with. She has obviously dropped the quality of her performance. Fans are seeing this. One fan noted rather clearly, Diana Taurasi shouldn't have been on the squad for long. Still, things became more bad. Some detractors of Taurasi's present form draw comparisons between it and Shaquille O'Neal's drop during Celtics' performance. Do you remember how unpleasant viewing was? Imagine doing that now on the Olympic stage. Not to be outdone, another supporter said they couldn't say they selected the squad based just on basketball criteria and then choose Taurasi, obviously not a top 12 player anymore. One finds it impossible to oppose such kind of thinking, isn't it? Oh, the degree of frustration is intolerable now. Fans are perplexed as to how Team USA might pass on fresh talent in favor of a fading star. One admirer said, Diana Taurasi does not belong on the court right now, perfectly phrasing it. Imagine yourself as a young, talented athlete watching Taurasi struggle on the court from the sidelines. It has to be really agonizing. Fans are likewise going through that heartbreaking experience. It should come as no surprise that you are dissatisfied. Nevertheless, this is the point at which things start to get really fascinating. The significance of this extends beyond Taurasi's individual achievement. There is a connection between this and the future of women's basketball. The dichotomy that arises from appreciating the past while also inviting new talent is the subject of this discussion. In order to seize a brighter future, the issue that has to be answered is whether or not we are willing to let go of the past. You may be wondering how there could have been such a contentious choice made by Team USA. At that point, our narrative takes an unexpected turn, as another player was making waves in a manner that no one had predicted. All the while, Taurasi was experiencing difficulties on the floor. This emerging star is not just skilled, but she is also changing the game. She is a game changer. The boundaries of what is possible in women's basketball are being redrawn by her. It is also causing many people to reevaluate their knowledge of the selection process for these teams as a result of her absence from Team USA. Who then is this unknown athlete? Why does she seem so different? And why was she not Team USA? So have a seat, since right now we will be delving into one of the most interesting narratives in women's basketball. Let's pause to properly understand the current problems before continuing. It covers more than one individual or team. That relates to the general future of women's basketball. The dilemma is whether we will embrace change and innovation or if we will hang to the past. A fresh athlete is lighting the basketball scene while Diana Taurasi's star seems to be declining. My name is Katelyn Clark. She not only is gifted but also changing the game and breaking records. Did you see Clark's most recent WNBA game? She amassed 19 assists overall. He indeed had 19 assists in one game. People are talking about its new record everywhere. This is a statement, not only a flawless performance. Not only playing the game, Clark is reinventing it. This is when things really start to get interesting. Taurasi was struggling to make an impression, but Clark was proving why she should have been on that Olympic team. Her performance was not only outstanding, but groundbreaking. And readers? They started to notice. How much difference might one player truly make? Your thoughts most likely center on this. Let me say, it's rather large. Fans strongly feel that had Clark been on the Olympic team, attendance may have doubled. Is that what you picture? 2 times as many people would be there, adding to the exciting environment that defines basketball. Sure, Clark's great, but is she really that important? Most likely that's what you're thinking right now. Of course, the response is yes. She is speaking in addition to outperformance of teams. It went beyond a triumph for her versus Cheryl Reeves' team. It was a remark. Clark showed everyone there that she is the future of women's basketball. The intriguing stuff truly starts here. Clark's ascent transcends her remarkable on-court skills. That has to do with her values. She is vibrant, fresh, and giving the game whole new intensity. Fans are bonding with her in a way they have not known with a player in years. Let us then briefly review those skills. With 19 assists that game, it is not only a number, it's a showcase of Clark's court vision, game-reading prowess, and ability to set up for her teammates. She's not only helping herself, everyone around her is also improving. Fans are seeing a truly exceptional player in that regard. They inspire, not only impress you. Though her time has gone, I still love Diana Taurasi. Said a fan, Katelyn would have been a wonderful help in exactly expressing her emotions. It has nothing to do with downgrading the legends of the game. It's about timing fresh blood, fresh energy, and new star needs. Everyone today is asking the same question. How come she isn't on the Olympic squad? Not only do fans have questions about this, analyses of basketball, past players, and coaches are all scratching their heads. Seeing Clark perform is clear that she is not just ready for the international scene, but also capable of ruling it. This transcends one player or one team selection. It has to do with the direction of women's basketball. Clark represents a new generation of athletes that are faster, more flexible, more engaging to watch. They are surpassing what we before thought was possible in the sport, and that's the crux of everything. This covers more than just basketball. The outrage around Clark's Olympic rejection and climb is bringing women's sports in general front stage. It's starting conversations on how we build teams, respect athletes, and forward the game. You see, the Taurasi-Clark matter goes beyond just two athletes. This is a tale about a more important conflict that sports nowadays entail. Tradition is, on the one hand, embodied by the stars and legends who have molded the game over decades. Conversely, there is innovation embodied in rising players, inventors, and those pushing the envelope of what is feasible on the court. Think of it. Taurasi is a representation of all the elements that made past basketball outstanding. She is a living legendary player who has dominated the game for years. Still, Clark, she owns the future. She is walking into the court with fresh energy, fresh skills, and a whole different approach to play. Women's basketball is only one arena where this old versus new struggle exists. Every sport makes clear this. There comes a moment when handing the batons from one generation to the next is required. Still, isn't everything always straightforward? At this point, what does this signify for Team USA and women's basketball generally? It's not only about who joins the team now, but either. It questions the way we first create teams. Should we keep doing what has past been successful? Do we still prefer the well-known names and celebrities, even if they are past their best? Alternatively, should we risk on new talent? Do we welcome the players changing the game even though their experiences are different from ours? These questions are not straightforward. Team USA and all other teams must respond to these questions, though, since our decisions now will shape the sport's future development. Think on how this might influence the team selected going forward. Maybe present performance will take more of attention than past achievements. Maybe more teams would gamble on fresh, inexperienced players. Alternatively, maybe we will be able to honor our icons while still making room for the next generation. It transcends simple team selection, though. This generational change could change the sport in its whole. Newcomers bring fresh playing approaches. They give thrill and fresh life. They inspire next generations of athletes and attract fresh supporters. Just watch Clark in action. That player is only one. Her play style, court awareness, and assist scoring power are transforming our knowledge of the point guard position. Imagine an entire generation of players, each offering something different and fascinating for the game. This development could also affect the marketing of the sport.